Hey, kings and queens, come into the living room, baby. Today, for our Three Crowns conversation, we going to talk about how you will be able to recognize that your family is not solid. Yes, baby, come up in here, honey. This is a conversation that people be feeling some type of way. But we going to have this conversation regardless because that's what we do. The scripture we will be reading today is, what therefore God has joined together, let no man put asunder. That is Mark 10 and 9. Let's go. So yeah, baby, we're going to talk about how the family is not solid when you in a relationship because they jealous, okay? And so let me tell you something. I've dealt with this all my life where people was jealous of my relationships. Now, part of that I did not know until later on when I became a little bit older. But either way it goes, we're bringing awareness right now in Three Crowns because we shedding all these narratives down. Like, I don't have time for adults to be acting immature. This shit is getting old. It's time for everybody to level up. So that's the reason why I want to talk about your flaw family. Okay, kings and queens? The quickest way that you know that you're dealing with family that's not solid is how they act, okay? When a family member gets into a new relationship, okay? That's how you can automatically tell. If there's a healthy environment, all the family members will welcome the person in. You know, they'll let them know that they are supported in this new relationship, okay? They will respect the whole situation. But if they are some straight haters and if they are not solid, what will happen is it will start to get messy very quickly, okay? You will start to see the jealousy come up. You will see that they are secretly obsessed with your situation, okay? And it's like they try to stir up chaos when there was never any. It's like, I just got here. I just met y'all. So why is there now all of a sudden jealousy and envy and obsession and chaos and drama? And I just got here. Okay? And so that's how you will know that you're not dealing with a solid family, whether it's your family or whether it's the person that you are trying to be with family. Okay? Unfortunately, these grown people do little slick stuff. They like bringing around old exes. This actually happened to me. All right. I was with someone and his mom intentionally kept on bringing his ex around, which was also his cousin, but I ain't gonna get into that. And it was apparent that they was trying to be messy. And when I addressed the person that I was with, it was more so like swept up under the rug, which I thought was quite odd. And that's how all of a sudden the red flag had went up and I started to pay attention to the situation even more, okay? But that's what you will encounter when you are dealing with people that are not solid. And actually, to be quite honest with you, that should have been my indicator to hurry up and leave out of the relationship. I actually welcomed myself in that relationship and I should have had left a long time ago in hindsight. And so I want you to be aware of that. If you're starting to see all kind of red flags at the beginning of your relationship, if people are actually disrespecting you by bringing exes around and all that kind of stuff, that is your indicator that you don't want to be a part of their whole narrative or environment, because it's not even worth it at that point, especially if you are with a partner that is not even defending you in any type of way in that situation, kings and queens, okay? And so, you know, it's basically, if you stay in that situation, what you will find is it will spiral and get progressively worse. And so it's not even worth it at that point. Throw the whole relationship, throw the whole family. Throw all that shit in the trash. Go get you somebody that's going to love and respect you and their family as well at that point, okay? It is not your job to actually have to fight for any type of new situation that you are in. That is not going into a situation with any type of love capacity, any type of purity, any type of high vibrational anything. If you find yourself having to fight alone and the person that you are with is not stepping up for you or setting boundaries with their family, or even on the other side of it, if your family is being off the chain and they're disrespecting your partner and you're not supporting them, that situation don't even need to actually blossom into anything else, because it is clear that there's a lot of immaturity there on both sides, okay? It's immaturity from the family that you're dealing with. It's also immaturity with you as a person if you're not supporting and loving on your partner the way that they need to be loved, stepping into a new relationship and anything like that. And it's like your family is toxic and they're jealous and envious, and you don't want to bring no one into anything like that, okay? Unless boundaries are set. Because once you step into something new and people are being disrespectful, automatically they need to be cut out of your whole situation. They have no longer have any parts of anything that you got going on in a relationship, because they don't respect it, okay? So they have got their tickets revoked out of being a part of you guys altogether, okay? I want you guys to start respecting your relationships more, because what I'm noticing is that people are allowing their family and friends and anybody in their circle to actually penetrate their relationship and sabotage it in all ways just because they didn't set boundaries, and that is not okay. You might actually get a blessing blocked from you just because you are allowing people to interfere in your relationship. Okay? It doesn't matter how long you've been knowing these people. There's people that have jealous hearts. There's people that are actually wanting to sabotage everything that you're trying to do in a relationship because they don't want you to be happy. And you never know what that could be a 50-year-old marriage later on down the line, because you chose to be with your partner instead of letting people sabotage your relationship. Do you know how many relationships didn't work all because you allowed somebody to speak into your relationship and speak death into your relationship? You could be happy right now with a whole bunch of kids and a happy life, but because you wanted to allow people to speak down or interfere in some type of way because you didn't check them at the gate, now you sitting there miserable and you watching everybody else be happy, kings and queens. And we gonna shut this shit down. Stop allowing people to be in your business. Stop allowing people to be jealous and envious of your life. And stop sitting up here giving people permission to actually have power over your situation, kings and queens. All right? If God sent you a good person, that means that he seen that you were in a position to receive a good person in your life. All right? So you need to hold on to that just like God holds on to you. God does not just gift people to people if they're not deserving, okay? Unless there's lessons that need to be learned, kings and queens. So I need you guys to start actually looking at the blessing for what it is and not allowing people to actually sabotage what you got going on for the sake of the fact that you've been knowing them for a long time. You obviously don't know them very well, because if these people are trying to sabotage anything that you got going on, they don't give a fuck about you. And that's what's real, kings and queens. Know that part. All right.